What is going on, everyone? My name is Mike Huddy here with Kyle Williams and Dom Mastromatteo from Clover Trading.io, coming at you guys with a video just overlooking the week and the volatility that we saw in small cap. We always think that it's absolutely incredible, the type of scenarios or situations we find ourselves in, and I don't think enough people know what really goes on and what we're really looking to take profits on within the small cap regime. This week, the cues they're up. For us small cap traders, I don't necessarily think that we're not like the most macro focused traders there are. We're not the most smartest traders there are. You don't necessarily have to be the most intelligent person to trade small cap. You just kind of have to be aware, observant, and be able to recognize some sort of trends. Some type of macro views sometimes come in. If we notice Bitcoin is strong, we notice Bitcoin is strong. If we notice that AI is strong, we understand certain macro themes. But as far as like the cues go and what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, that doesn't necessarily really affect what we're going to trade in small cap. So, for instance, this week we had, by my definition, three pretty volatile runners that provided a lot of opportunity. And of course, there were some other stocks here and there that are just kind of like, I don't know, we call them free throws and 3 pointers. And so there's a bunch of free throws where you're just kind of taking shots on some trades, but then there are some better built structure wise stocks that really have the ability to do what we like to call move the needle in our accounts. So we want to show you guys exactly what those charts can look like because history repeats itself. It rhymes in weird ways, and these charts might show up in another form in the future. And the most important thing is for you guys to be aware that this does exist, even in the depths of small cap trading. So I'll pass it on over to Kyle. Which one do you want to start with?
We can start with NCNA, only because it makes me think of one, a really good overnight play, but then two, the one that also happened this morning that we can talk about after this one. I kind of miss these low price runners. I unfortunately did not play this. I feel it's one of those ones where I literally watched it happen this day, and the thought of taking it overnight didn't even cross my mind. And I really don't know why, because it had really every look about it. I just kind of went brain dead, so to speak. It's like there was two actually really big opportunities, whether you didn't have to take it overnight. And I know some people in the chat room nailed it. If we just go into like the intraday chart, I didn't see it until after this move, right? So I saw it pretty much around here. But some people in the chat were already commenting about it. Again, was just lazy and brain dead. It didn't bother bringing up the ticker till it was too late. But just an incredible move from 6 cents to 9. And we're talking in a matter of, 5 to 10 minutes? I mean, you could have theoretically bought right here at, 12:39 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 minutes later, you're up 50%. Now, that's not common, but like Huddy said, moving the needle, I mean, that is... You couldn't ask for a quicker 50% move. And again, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Congrats to anyone who was long. But then again, I just went brain dead because this look holding then that move and actually holding above VWAP and kind of making a really solid base in the 7 cents range, and then closing strong and actually closing very strong right into after hours, is kind of a recipe for a gap up. And of course, it's choppy when it's a liquid in after hours and pre-market. But by the time market open or more serious pre-market volume comes in, I mean, we're pulling another 50% move from 9 cents to 14. So just super, super impressive, a ton of volatility to the upside. And I feel, again, like either lazy or brain dead because I used to be all over these and I totally just blanked on this one. But just such a sick move. Now it's consolidating. Who knows where it goes from here? But that was the play. The first overnighter was pretty sweet. And even technically, the second night, you could have gotten a gap up the next time too. It wasn't as good, obviously, but some opportunity there for sure.
And these types of trades are so great for small accounts, right? Because they're cheap tickers. You can afford a lot of shares. It's not going to take up that much buying power overall with the shares that you're going to buy. And there's some really good risk reward principles and some really quick gains to be had that are going to, again, move the needle in your account. So it's always good when we see the cheaper price range start to get hot, because it's an attractive price range for smaller accounts. It's much easier to grow an account buying a 6 cent stock than it is to to invest in Apple. You're not going to get those types of moves.
Yeah, 100%. What was the one this morning? What was that ticker? Do we remember the name of it?
HCTI.
HCTI. So yeah, not a multi-day runner like NCAA was, but to go from what was it here yesterday? Sub penny. God, you rarely see a sub penny Nasdaq. That's scary looking. But now at 3 cents, we're talking what 200% in a matter of an overnight. God, I miss these. These used to happen a ton on the OTC market for those who were back in the day in 2019, 2020, 2021. There were some sick sub penny moves that would go to a penny, 2 pennies, 5 pennies. But you just don't see those anymore, unfortunately. But this is definitely a blast from the past. But anyways, some other great trades that actually all three of us took. NVTS. This one, for a little backdrop and a little history, this one had news with NVIDIA, and I think it was more than just news with NVIDIA, like an actual contract or our partnership with NVIDIA. So I don't want to speculate on the long-term thing of this, but like if they have any incentive or any good incentive from their partnership, this drastically changes the company, right? If you just look at the daily chart, looks pretty downtrending, but then they put up this news with NVIDIA, and there's been massive volume ever since. I know some traders nailed this one. I missed this, but where we, me, Huie, and Dom all kind of got interested actually quite separately. We didn't really actually talk about it. We all just, I remember what morning was it? I think it was this day or the day before. We were just like, hey, if this starts breaking over these levels here, we're going to like it. And all of us are like, yep, I like it. I like it. I like it. And usually when that happens, it means it's a pretty damn good idea when we're not having to share ideas and we all have the same idea coincidentally. And so we all tried to buy over 660. I missed my fill. I didn't get in till 685. But the breakout did technically work, and then it faked out. This chopped some traders out, but I think all of us saw the same thing as well, which is like, hey, this is still the highest close in its run. Sure, it's not a perfect breakout over 750, but it's got that close over the sevens. And so we took it overnight, gapped up again. Unfortunately, I didn't sell any at the nines. I stopped out at red green towards like $8, but still a solid trade. Made it over $1.50 on my part, and just one of those trades where when we're all in it, great minds think alike, and we all made some money, I think. So looks good. I don't know if anyone's still in now. I'm not, but I am watching it. See if it can hold up because it's, I don't know, another breakouts could be in the future. Who knows? But what's the third ticker, Huddy? What's the last one we have?
The last ticker that I, just like to show off the incredible volatility that we're going to see from time to time in small cap is KLTO.
KLTO. Look at this thing. 20 cents to $4.
In 2 days.
Yeah. Honestly, like a day and a half, really. The second day was just met with the selling off from 4. Pretty crazy.
It's never our intention to take a stock from 25 cents to $4. Like I think when you first get into small cap, like you see a chart like that and you're like, wow, imagine if I was in from the bottom and sold at the top.
Yeah.
And once you actually do this for a long time, you kind of realize that's really not the intention. The intention is to play specific chart patterns and kind of hit base hits as they come around when you have edge. And it just so happens that when stocks get this volatile and trade this type of volume, it does provide a lot of edge for small cap traders who understand the patterns and understand entries and exits quite well, which takes some time. And that's why Clover Trading.io is a thing. We alert our trades, we put these on our watch list, and we see how they develop. This has had just like it's been an incredible amount of volatility from 25 cents to $4, and it's good to see, and hopefully we get more of these.
Yeah, pretty impressive. One thing I want to note about this one real quick is that I remember reading the PR the morning of and reading it as like, oh, that's a good PR, but I didn't think this good. And maybe it's not that good. Most of these do get overdone, and then whether they stay up at these levels is remain to be unknown, but most don't. But just impressive. And it's one of those things where now if there's another company with a PR very similar to KLTO, it just, people are gonna have muscle memory. So certainly there's something to look out for in the coming near future, because this is, like how he said, you don't see, what's the technical percentage? 20 cents to, that's what, 2,000%? That's insane. That's not common. But anyways, any other comments, tickers? Are we closing it out? Some good ones this week. I think that's it. Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. A little 10-minute video for you guys. Stay tuned or stick out on the YouTube channel for the watches coming for next week. And we'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.